Hey there, it's Jim. It's May 22nd, Sunday. Just out in the yard. Had a question about some of these Husqvarna 536 top handle battery saws, the T536LiXPs. So just regarding the chain oil function, but I'll run through a few other things that I noticed with them when I was rebuilding some of them. So this is a saw to start with. Common issue with over a dozen of these ones was the power buttons on them. It's a very fine set of wires there. It seems like any drops or impacts, really good chance of, high probability, I guess, of breaking one of those. Anyways, so the question was about the chain oil and chain oil pump. So I just wanted to cover a couple of things here. If anybody's pulling these guys apart, really be careful with some of these mounts. They're quite a brittle plastic, so just be careful you don't crack them. Yeah, and motherboard here too, same thing. A lot of these connectors are a little finicky pulling them apart, but anyway, so this one's still got the motor on it here. I've got a few of them sitting here that are still partly disassembled, so just show you with sort of the thing with these guys. So I think you can hopefully see the oil pump suction hose in the tank here. It's fixed, so it's not just a rubber hose like a lot of other saws are. But I just check that screen and see if it's plugged up at all. And then here's your, oops, a bit of shade there. There's your pump gear right here. And these ones here, they use a little different style. Worm gear is kind of just a spring on this, and then as the motor spins, it runs that as well. To try and diagnose this quick for you, if if you got issues with oil delivery, I'd avoid taking it apart to start with. Just troubleshoot both sides, so in the intake, and then throw some oil back in that tank after you've drained it and checked your screens, and then pull the bar and chain off, run it, see if you're actually getting any oil delivered. It's a pretty straight shot out. You might not be able to see it, but basically the hose goes through the back here and up. So yeah, if you're not ending up with a big mess of oil underneath the saw kind of thing, then that discharge hose should be good. And then I guess on all the ones that I did rebuild this spring, I didn't notice any issues with the oil pumps on them, but yeah, so hopefully that helps. Like I said, without going into it further, that'd be kind of the quick and easies. But otherwise, I guess there is a potential for if the pump actually piled up or something. But what I would hope is that you can, with the bar and chain off it, just spin the motor over on your sprocket side and see if there's any real irregularities with resistance there, and that might give you an indication that maybe either that worm gear or the pump itself are piled up. But otherwise it's kind of a pain to get into them without doing any damage and stuff, so you just want to be real careful if you do take that next step with them. Okay.